Hello, everyone. This is the episode 2 of Crossbar podcast. This is Yaz.
This is Brian.
This is AR7. Arthur and Pjanic swap teams. Who do you think ends up winning in this deal, Barca or Juve? Kind of random, came out of nowhere, but how do you guys see this one? Start with you, Brian.
Definitely see Juve as a big winner here. Very young player.
I agree.
Very good player, talented player. And honestly, for only $10 million difference, right? I think that's how much of the difference was.
Is that what it was?
I believe so. Yeah,
Okay.
I believe it was like a swap plus like 10 million of Barca got. So I mean, honestly, I didn't think it was that good of a deal for Barca. And we have a friend who's kind of the guest co-host who didn't feel very strongly about the deal either, and he was very mad.
Yeah, he'll be on soon.
I just have a question. Why?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm wondering. Why for who?
Did
Why
Barca
for Juve? Why did Barca do it? I mean, I guess they were trying to go and get a more experienced center mid, but is Pjanic really that much better than Arthur? I don't know.
Well, I think as of now he is, but like if you think about like the future of the club, I don't think so.
What the other one? Pjanic is close to 30, and Arthur is only like 23, 24, maybe. So,
Yeah.
I mean, let's put it this way: in terms of the players, who do you think ended up winning this deal? Arthur or Pjanic? Like, who do you think got the better end?
I mean,
One got to play with Messi, the other one got to play with Ronaldo.
I know they both experienced playing with the biggest players in the world. So
I think maybe Pjanic, kind of. I mean, the thing about Juve is Juventus is already so many players in the midfield. Like I feel like every year I see a new midfielder.
yeah.
Yeah, they're always picking up free transfers, and they're just stuffing the midfield.
Yeah.
I will say, I think Pjanic got the better end simply because Barca is a little bit stronger than Juve right now. So I guess maybe he has a better chance of ending up winning a title with them. Juve doesn't really look that strong like in European competition.
Yeah.
So, but in the long run, I think Juve got the better end just because they have a younger player, a promising prospect. So it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out.
It's also the resale value, right? So like Barca can't really resell Pjanic. Like,
True.
what are they gonna keep him for like 3 more years? And then he's probably gonna go to like either like
And,
lesser European team.
Experience-wise, they had Vidal, and Busquets. So I just don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't get it either.
Just lost a good young player.
Usually, you want to bring in young players to replace your old players, but in this case, it's like just keep bringing old players. But I don't really understand the focus of it, because you essentially do want to rebuild in order to build a team post Messi, right? Because post Messi is going to come at one point. So you essentially want to build it. Yeah, so you essentially want to build it. But I don't know.
How's it going? All right, you guys want to move on to the next one? Hakimi, he's agreed to join Inter Milan. He said no to Real Madrid, and then a few days later ends up finding a team in Inter. So let's go with you, Brian. How do you see that? Do you think Real would regret letting him go?
I would like to say yes, but the thing is that they still do have Carvajal for I think at least 4 to 5 more years.
4 to 5? How old is he?
He's like 27, 28.
Oh, okay. I thought he was like closer to 30.
No, he's like 28, I think.
Okay.
So I mean, usually most players play to like 32, maybe 33, depending if they're very good quality.
Not the fullbacks though, because they run more. I say like max 30.
Yeah, that is true actually.
I wouldn't say 30. I would say at least 32 because Marcelo is still at 33, 32, 33, I think right now. I think he still has like 1 more year in him.
Well, A reason to bring in a young player is to create that competition, the healthy competition that gets the other players going more. Who does Carvajal have other than Odriozola to kind of push him to keep competing? You know, to never settle. Like
I think I think Odriozola is probably the biggest competition. I mean, Odriozola himself is a good player.
Wait, actually, right now, like Odriozola's on loan, Hakimi was on loan. Who do they have as a backup right now?
Usually,
or is it an
I don't know if
academy
they have.
player?
I don't think they have a straight backup. They usually just have players that can play there. For example, Nacho can play there. I mean, they have Mendy. Mendy can sometimes play there, but I mean, Mendy does like the left more than the right. So you have Militao also can play sometimes, a little bit on the wing, but obviously they're not traditional. They're more center back. So I don't think they have a direct replacement. I mean, will they regret it? Potentially, yes. But in terms of like, I think Hakimi is just too good to be sitting on a bench and just waiting for something to happen, right?
Facts.
So I think that's the big part of Hakimi is like I think he sees his own talent and he picks a club that can help him grow. It's the same thing as Kovacic. Like Kovacic is like, great player, and I was actually very sad when he left, but I thought it was a good thing for him because he got a team that he's playing. And that's what you need. You don't want to be sitting on a bench, being second. So.
Well, I think Inter got a good one just because all their recent signings have been fairly old players, and to finally get someone with youth is different. I mean, we're so used to seeing like just recently Ashley Young, Alexis Sanchez, you name it. The list goes on and on. Ericsson, like really old players, not really old, but older players. And to get someone sub 25, sub 24, who's going to be there for a while. I mean, at least you would think he'd be there for a while. And it's going to be also interesting to see how he makes that transition from the Bundesliga to the Serie A. I would say the Bundesliga is a little bit more competitive because there's not that many strong teams in Serie A. So I think his stock will rise when people really start to see what kind of player he is.
One thing that like you can see from Inter in the past few years is that I remember 2 years ago they were talking about signing Darmian, and now and now they signed Hakimi, and that just shows you how Inter has like grown in the past few years.
Yeah,
recent signings. So,
I definitely agree.
Yeah, I think Inter is gonna be a really decent team next season.
I think out of all the Italian teams, I'd say Inter is probably the best setup outside of maybe Juventus to actually maybe compete in the future years. Like, I don't know if they're going to compete next year specifically. I think they are going to compete, but I don't know if it's going to be like, like they're going to push them. But I think maybe like a year or two after, maybe 2 years, they'll like really be like they're like really tight for a race.
Yeah.
Conte is a really good coach, so they have good setup, as you said.
Yeah.
And then staying with this area, it's confirmed Pedro will be moving on from Chelsea, and he's agreed to join Roma. Everyone kind of saw that coming. That's been in the talks for a little while now. I know that Willian too is also going to be leaving at the end of when his contract runs out. So Chelsea's getting rid of older players and sending them away. How do you think
I heard he was connected to the MLS.
Oh, Willian?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I don't know if he'll go there just yet because he did mention that his family was really settled in London, so he wanted to stay there. Yeah. Potentially he'll end up going to Arsenal. I don't really know if I want him, but
he's not a bad player, to be honest.
He's not bad, but he's not the same player he was like 3-4 years ago when they were winning titles.
He's better than W. Luis, I can tell you that.
Yeah. I mean, I'd put him in center back over W. Luis. Cap the scores for the games that just happened. We have Barca versus Bilbao, 1-0 Barca. Man United versus Sheffield. Man United put on a good performance, 3-0. Liverpool Crystal Palace, 4-0 Liverpool. Arsenal versus Southampton, 2-0 Arsenal. We have Chelsea versus Man City. City lost on this one, so it was 2-1 Chelsea. Juventus versus Lecce, 4-0 Juve. Inter versus Parma, 2-1 Inter. Dortmund versus Hoffenheim, 4-0 Hoffenheim. Bayern versus Wolfsburg, 4-0 Bayern. Barcelona versus Celta Vigo, 2-2. Barca dropped some points there. And then Espanyol versus Real Madrid, 1-0 Real. So which one do you guys want to start off with first? We have the which one?
Man U one.
Menu. All right. Just spit it out, man. Just spit it out.
You guys watch the game?
I saw the highlights. And I just want to say this. Last episode, I kind of said some bad things about Martial.
I think we all did.
I know he's out there watching this. I know he's out there watching this right now. Martial, if you're out there watching this, I formally apologize, okay?
Well, I don't think so, to be honest. Like, what we said about him was right. He's inconsistent. He has great games. I don't think anyone said that he was a bad player.
No, I'm just saying that so when he hears this, he'll come on the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a great player. I think everyone knows him. I think he just doesn't show it in a consistent basis, and that's this problem, right? Because he could score a hat trick for one day, and then the next day he could just maybe not do anything.
For sure, yeah. If you can keep putting on these kind of performances, might start to change people's minds about what kind of player he is.
His biggest problem is that he's just inconsistent. I hope in the next few seasons he gets to just like be more and more consistent. Last game he was just like on fire, and I think the whole team, like the team as a whole, was just great. Pogba, Fernandes, Rashford, and the defense, the belt was just they all did really well. And Henderson, he couldn't like all the goals were just like he couldn't do anything about them, in my opinion. And I don't know if you guys heard it, but he extended the loan with Sheffield United.
Good. I heard he got some stick about the last goal, though. I personally didn't think it was that bad of a mistake, but I know I heard like people on ESPN saying that he could have done better for the Ceballos goal. This past game, I think it was.
No, you're talking
it was against Arsenal.
Yeah. Arsenal goal, yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah, in terms of the Manchester United one, I think.
Yeah, and so, but Ole did say that whenever he comes back, he's gonna be our number one. So we'll see.
Wait, really? Dean Henderson?
Yeah, he said we love De Gea, but after he comes back to Man U, he's gonna be our number one.
Really?
Yeah, and Man U is gonna actually keep him up. He's not gonna sell him.
That's a big thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
He did say we love De Gea for now, I guess, but he will be our number one.
Yeah, I mean, Man U picking up points that they desperately need, and they're trying to track down Chelsea, right? Chelsea is one above them.
Yeah, but it's like 5 points difference.
Yeah, I mean, you would have thought that the Chelsea-Man City game, Chelsea would have dropped points, but they didn't. 2-1. So this brings us to our next game, Chelsea-Man City. You guys watch this one?
Watch some of it, yeah, or some of the highlights. But I was pretty impressed, and I say this, and I'll say it again. Lampard's a good coach. I like him.
Yeah, I mean, he is. He's growing on me. And Christian Pulisic, man, did you see his goal?
Yeah.
Capitalized off the mistake, and he just
it was a bad mistake, though. It was I think you have to give credit to Pulisic because he did, he capitalized on the mistake, and he did do a lot of that himself. But that was just a bad mistake to begin with.
Yeah. You can actually see in the play, Gundogan is telling Mendy, I got it, just back away a little bit so I can give you the pass. Mendy just doesn't pay attention and doesn't listen. Comes to get the ball, so that they're both together, but the ball's over here. Pulisic sees this, steals it, and runs for the goal. Just a bad play overall. I mean, this whole season, their defense is what's been killing them. That's why they haven't really been able to compete for the title race. But I don't know if I should talk about this right now. But I've heard that they're in for
Koulibaly.
Nathan Ake and Koulibaly. Those are
Yeah.
two teams that they're looking to sign to strengthen the squad for next season.
They have
If they sign Koulibaly, it's going to be a really good.
Could you imagine that Koulibaly and Laporte center back pairing? That'd be better
That's
than
scary.
Liverpool center backs.
Together, yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Better than Matip and Joe Gomez. Those two.
You forgot about the big one, man.
Well, I'm saying like Van Dijk's partner, like Laporte's partner is Koulibaly. Well, in this case, Koulibaly's partner is Laporte because Koulibaly walks in and instantly becomes the number one guy. But I guess that means that John Stones is out. I mean, you've noticed this. John Stones has been healthy and he still plays Fernandinho. Like,
yeah, he doesn't trust him.
Yeah, he doesn't trust him. He's not really that much. Yeah, he's too prone to mistakes. Also, Otamendi, I don't know. He doesn't really like him, but he still plays him because he has no other option. Oh, and actually, they've also been playing. Well, until he got injured. Do you guys know Eric Garcia? He is a Barca academy player that ended up moving to City, and he's been playing under Pep in the 3-0 versus Arsenal when David Luiz just fucked up the game. That young player got injured, but he was playing really well, and he was playing over John Stones, so it kind of shows that Pep just doesn't want him. Like, he's kind of showing them the door. What else is there? Yeah. Anything else for Chelsea? Because I feel like Chelsea had a few. Who scored didn't Willian score a penalty kick in the end, I think? I believe so.
I believe, yeah. I definitely know there was a penalty kick. I think it was the second goal.
Yeah, but Chelsea's looking strong. I mean,
who do you think was the man of the match in that game?
Good question. De Bruyne. De Bruyne had a really good game, and he had a free kick goal too. De Bruyne's so.
De Bruyne De Bruyne is like, he should if he's interested in a Madrid team.
Actually, hold off on that for now, Brian, because for our next discussion we can go into that. Let's just cover the Barca Celta Vigo real quick.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
Very disappointing.
Well, for me, I wasn't disappointed.
You hate to see it. Barca tied 2-2 to Celta Vigo. They dropped points in the title race. Brian, how do you feel about this? Just spit it out, dude. Don't hold back.
I will say there are some positive takeaways and some negative takeaways, right? The first half I thought was somewhat positive. They had.
Are you talking about for Barca or for Real?
Yeah, for Barca.
Okay.
They had like a somewhat decent. They had a somewhat decent first half. Suarez had a good goal. Very good assist by Messi. Is it Ricky Puig? Or what's his full name?
Ricky Puig.
The midfielder. Yeah.
It's Puig or Puig, something like that.
Yeah, he's. I think everyone saw his quality. Very good player. Now the second half, I mean, it just wasn't good. It wasn't good, and I don't think at that pace they can compete.
Does that mean that Barca's coach is actually not that great? Because
he's shy. Like he's shy.
That's what I'm saying. But like when I was talking to Amir, the Barca guy, he always supports him. I don't know. I honestly I haven't seen anything like big from him.
Even now, I think Amir's kind of not fully like. I think at the beginning he was like, yes, like this is exactly what I wanted. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think even now he's recognizing that he's actually not the best.
Dude, because
I don't
Barca usually like concedes in the second half, and then the second half is known as like the coach's half, because they already talk to players and like they have watched the game, and I feel like Barca's lacking that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I
It,
go ahead, Brian.
oh, you have an opinion?
No, I was gonna say I didn't see the second half, but when I checked my phone, when I got back to my house to see the score for the game, and I saw that Barca dropped points. Oh man, I can't say I felt bad.
How many more games are left?
Can't say I felt bad.
There's still a good amount of games left, but it's just like you have to comparing Barca's schedule compared to Real Madrid's schedule. It's just much. They just have a harder schedule. Like they have Atletico Madrid next game, and at
Tomorrow.
the current form,
Tomorrow,
yeah.
actually. Well,
at the current form,
at the time of recording, it's on a
Yes.
Monday when this is released on Wednesday. So, yesterday, yesterday, yeah.
However, probably in China, they're playing right now in their time zone, right?
Believe
What?
so.
that doesn't make sense. Okay. All right, we're cutting that off.
Just edit that out.
Is it tomorrow? Or is it already tomorrow?
I think it was like 3 days ago.
What the fuck? All right, Chinese viewers are like, wait, the game is up.
You're gonna sue us.
Just edit it out till now. Okay. Oh man. Yeah.
But I don't think they would be able to compete with Atletico Madrid at their current form. I mean, I think honestly, we'll get this later, but I just don't know.
Let me check
I don't know.
to see
Atletico
where the game
Madrid hasn't been good at least in La Liga this year.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
But they're still a hard team to face. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
always.
Yeah. When they're clicking, tomorrow. Okay.
I guess to stem off of that, it's like if Messi really doesn't perform, it's like who's gonna perform, right?
Yeah.
So and then you'll see, and then the other side of the fence, it's like Real Madrid, who's been performing lately, and they didn't have a great game against Espanyol. But I would say Benzema has been doing very well, and I don't know if you guys saw the Benzema assist.
Yeah.
He literally backheeled it, and it was a goal for Casemiro. But that was just an amazing, like his build-up play, not only scoring but just creating is honestly right now on another level, right next to Lewandowski's best strikers in the world, in my opinion.
I just don't get it because Barca has individually they have a lot of good players, but like as a whole, you lack the chemistry, I guess.
They don't play like an interesting style of football. Like they just don't put the ball in the net. Okay.
Without Messi, like this team with no Messi is going to be like
oh my god.
in the Liga.
This team without Messi would lose to like West Ham. Like I'm done.
Well, I will say like someone like Griezmann right now isn't really like playing the best, right? Because essentially what Griezmann likes to do is he kind of likes to drift in the middle, kind of underneath the striker. But that's also Messi's position. Like Messi kind of likes to come in and go underneath the striker.
Well, he should have known that when he decided to sign for Barca. Like he knew what he was signing up for.
I mean, yeah, but I think it's also Barca's fault. Like, why do you sign someone who does exactly
Barca transfer is just always crazy. Doesn't mean
what they need is a left winger, and they've needed that ever since Neymar left. There's someone who can create chances on the left. Ansu Fati has been slowly becoming that player where he's been able to create chances, but Griezmann is not that guy. He's not going to take players on 1v1 and get past them every time. Who do they have on the right?
You have Dembele, but he doesn't play.
Dembele is that guy, but like you said, yeah, he doesn't play because he's always injured. I don't know. They're in a tough spot. Can't say I feel bad for them though. If only Barca had someone to just come on this podcast and defend them. But I mean, I don't know. Let's move on. So going back to the Chelsea Man City, we got an interesting discussion here. Do you think next season Chelsea will overtake Man City. I say overtake Man City just because everyone knows Liverpool is going to be the number one team. They built something.
Really?
I think so. They're really, really strong. Unless someone gets injured or this or that, they don't even have to go out and get anyone. Just small players here and there. But
I don't think so. I think
No?
every good team has a downtime, you know.
Oh, downfall.
It's been 2 years now, and like everyone knows Klopp's like plans and how they play.
so then why can't they beat them?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Dude, they have too much firepower. They're strong in every single position.
But if
I will-
one of them, the top three,
The
Firmino,
three-headed snake.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mane and Salah, if one of them gets injured, they don't have a good backup. You know, I feel like
If Mane gets injured.
first 11 are really good, but the bench is.
Yeah, they're not a deep team like City, I would say. And I think the City can compete. I think City can win it if they sign Koulibaly.
Well, so let's stay on topic then. All right, let's change up the topic because it's clear we're not on the same page. Who do you think will compete for the title? Like, what do you think the title race will look like next season? 1, 2, and 3.
Like top 4.
Let's not go top 4 because we don't really have a solid 4th, but we do know who the strong 3 will be next season.
Liverpool, City, Chelsea.
In that order, or in no order?
Well, I'm naming them, but yeah, kind of in that order. Now thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then potentially Man United. Potentially. Don't get excited yet. Don't get excited.
Objectively, Man U, Man City, and Chelsea.
All right, theoretically and essentially. Brian. Arsenal.
It's gonna be sixth.
All right. Let me see how I can rephrase this question then. All right. Then how about we just keep it simple? Chelsea or Man City? Who will be stronger next season? Which will have a deeper squad and will be a harder team to go up against? Keep in mind all the signings that they've planned to make with Ziyech, Werner coming in. And I think they're going to be getting a new goalkeeper because Kepa looks like he might be on his way out, either on loan or permanently.
I still think City. They have a stronger midfield, stronger attack.
All right, let's explore City. Let's explore City real quick. Sané is out. Leroy Sané is out because he says he doesn't want to renew his contract, right?
But he wasn't really playing either way.
I know, but if they had him and they had Laporte, then I think they would be neck and neck with Liverpool, and the title race would be tight. You know what I'm saying? But because they were missing those two players, they are where they are right now. Sergio Aguero, I mean, he is 32 or whatever, 33.
He's getting older. I still think he has a good year though for next year.
Okay. Wingers, they still have Riyad Mahrez, who's been pretty consistent. Sterling, who's been pretty strong. But I don't know, man. That Liverpool. Oh, I don't even want to go to Liverpool because we said City or Chelsea. And then Chelsea, they have Ziyech, Werner, Pulisic, Abraham, Hudson-Odoi, and I feel like Mason Mount. Those are their attackers. A little bit more unexperienced, the younger players that Chelsea have, but with Werner and Ziyech coming in, they provide that experience. I actually think once Werner comes in, Tammy Abraham is out. Like, I would take that any day.
It depends on the formation, right? Because I've seen a formation that essentially has Abraham playing just like a little bit under Werner.
Werner? No, Abraham's got to be the last guy. That's his role.
No, never mind. I think it's it's Abraham first. My bad. Werner a little bit underneath. That's what it was.
Oh, playing under him. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I
mean, look, I think Chelsea's gonna be deeper, but I think City has a better squad as a whole.
What do you think about Chelsea's defense?
Yeah, that's what I was actually I want to say that because both teams, I feel like they're weak in defense.
Well,
Even Chelsea, I feel like they need to buy someone.
they're actually looking for a left back. They're looking at Chilwell. They're looking at Tagliafico. And earlier they were linked to Alex Tellez, the guy from Porto, but that kind of died out. So it's been Chilwell. Like, it seems like Chilwell might be joining Chelsea, but we don't know for sure. Until we get that Fabrizio Romano, here we go, then we don't know for sure. But I don't know. I think Chelsea going forward, maybe 1 or 2 years down the road, then there'll be a little bit more. Oh wait,
Yeah, I
I
think
just
so.
I just completely forgot this. What if there's no Champions League next season for City because of the ban? And what if some of their players don't want to stay because they can't offer? Look, De
Yeah.
Bruyne's 29 and doesn't have a Champions League win. So do you think he'll stick around, or do you think he'll find European football somewhere else?
If it's 1 year ban, then he'll stay. If it's 2 years, he's probably gonna leave. I think that's what he said.
Wait, they're saying it might be more than 1 year?
Yeah, I think the ban was initially always 2 years. I think they're
Oh,
trying to bring it down to a year. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 1 year. But regardless, a ban is a ban. That sucks.
Yeah. I don't know how that's gonna affect them because it's hard to predict which players, right? We don't really have that internal information.
Mhm.
Is it gonna be a factor? Of course, it's gonna be a factor. But I think as of now, I think I'll still take City over Chelsea. I think Chelsea, like you said, could overtake them in a couple of years when those players get a little more experience.
One thing about City, this is kind of a little topic, but Chelsea and City, something that Chelsea is really known for is bringing the youth in and giving them a chance. City doesn't really do that. The only player I can think off the top of my head is Foden. He's like the only player that's gotten a chance. And that kid, Eric Garcia, that I mentioned earlier. But other than that, if you're a youth player and you're at City, man, I'd look to go somewhere else because Pep knows what he wants and he's gonna go out and buy it. He's not gonna wait around for the player to mold into what he needs it to be. Whereas Chelsea, Frank Lampard said like, hey, stay with me and I'll give you a chance. You can show me what you have. So that's one big plus is that Lampard believes in his youth, so he'll kind of give them confidence, and rather than them going out, they'll probably stick around a little bit longer because there's been so many players that have debuted under Lampard. But yeah, I agree with you too. I think a little bit more down the road, probably Chelsea will overtake them.
Well, that's probably because Chelsea has. I mean, not Chelsea. Well, I mean, Chelsea does have deep pockets, but I think City even has even deeper pockets. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so they can kind of just go and buy players like they have been doing. I think also Chelsea, like Man City overall, is still a newer club, so I'm not too informed on this aspect. But I think a player like a team like Chelsea already has better youth systems in place in order to get better youth players, right? Well, City overall is a newer club, so they might not have the same youth system like a Manchester United or an Arsenal or Chelsea that's been around for a very, very long time.
Mm-hmm. It just reminded me of when City didn't trust their youth and they let go of Sancho. And now they're one of the teams interested in him.
Yeah.
Kind of like when Man U let go of Pogba, but we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that. So, you guys want to go into predictions?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I got a lot of games here, so just bear with me. This might take a little while. Let's get into the first one. Barca, Atletico. How do you guys see that going down?
I'm seeing a tie.
Tie?
Yes.
Definitely Barca. They have to win. If
Yeah.
they're done basically.
That's what we said about Celta Vigo. That's what we said. Thing is, I already saw this coming. I told Amir. I literally told Amir. He said, we're just rotating. I'm like, are you sure you want to rotate against Celta Vigo? Historically, you have either lost or tied against Celta Vigo.
Wait, how's that saying go? It's like, fool me once, shame on you. fool me,
Fool me.
something like that. It's one of those scenarios. So I'm gonna say Barca drops points again.
Yeah. Okay.
A tie, a 2-2 tie. Same thing as the Vigo game. 2-2.
I mean, Atletico is a tough team to
No,
beat.
No, 1-1. Actually, I changed it 1-1. Because who's gonna score 2 goals?
For either team. I'm gonna say 1-1 too. I'll support.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna change mine too. I think it's gonna be a draw.
1-1. Okay. Amir, what? Oh, sorry. Amir's not even here. I forgot he's.
He's probably gonna say Barca.
Yeah, he's gonna say Barca 5-9. All right. Juventus versus Genoa. I believe that's how you say that name.
Juve.
Let me check the Serie A table.
Genoa is actually pretty good.
What place are they in?
I don't
Let
know.
me check.
They were good last year. They had this goalkeeper. What was his name? Perrin. He went to Juventus, but it was really good.
Yeah, so Juve is at the top of the table with 69 points. And Genoa, they're actually close to relegation. They're 1 point out of relegation zone. So I'm gonna go Juve on this.
Yeah.
I'm going Juve.
Ronaldo actually had a good game last game. I don't know if he didn't score, but he had a good assist, and he was doing pretty well, at least in contributing. You know what I mean?
What's with Ronaldo, these crazy hairstyles? Like all of a sudden, dude switches countries, and now he can't contain his hair. Have you seen that on Instagram?
Yeah, I saw a post with him actually today.
I mean, I don't hate it. I'm just saying, like, is that what happens when you go to Milan? Like, all right, Arsenal versus Norwich. I'll start. You guys can follow me. When I speak, you listen, okay? Arsenal versus Norwich. I'm gonna go 1-0 Arsenal. We need a win. Please win.
Isn't Norwich also like bottom of the league?
Yeah, but they're to the bottom of the table. I'm gonna a comfortable 1-0. Nah, not comfortable. Nothing with Arsenal is comfortable. A 1-0 win. A 1-0 win.
I'm gonna say Arsenal's gonna win, but I think they're gonna win. I just don't know by how much. It could be like literally 1 or 2 max.
I'm gonna say 2-1 because I feel like Norwich will probably score on us. So 2-1.
Norwich will probably. I will say Norwich will score as well.
Because Norwich has a lot of players that, if they drop to the championship, they're gonna be sold. Like Max Aarons, Todd Cantwell, Ben Godfrey. They have a lot of youth that like some big six sides are looking to acquire for cheap because they're gonna get dropped. What do you guys think for the Arsenal game? Same score.
I'd say a draw for Arsenal.
A draw. Okay. Honestly, you're probably right. All right. Everton, Leicester. That's the one because Everton is been kind of weak this year actually, and Leicester is looking to escape from City. Not City. Chelsea. Chelsea is catching up. I think only 1 point away. So how do you guys see that going? Everton, Leicester.
I'm gonna say I could see a tie as well in this one. I don't know because they're both kind of. Leicester's kind of been going down lately.
Yeah, Leicester's kind of slowed down a bit. They were strong at first, and now they've dropped points here and there. But yeah. Leicester's still Leicester. Like they got Vardy, and when they're all out attack, like you can net one in. Top.
I'm gonna say a tie. I'm gonna say like a 2-2. This seems like a 2-2 type thing.
I'd say Everton. I feel like they're getting their strength back.
Getting better.
I'm gonna say
they're Ancelotti. Yeah.
I'm gonna say. Oh man, I don't know what to say. I'm gonna say 1-0 Leicester. I'm gonna go Leicester on this. Chelsea, West Ham.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea looks strong. You say West Ham?
Yeah, man.
He hates Chelsea. That's why he hates Chelsea. I'm gonna say 2-0 Chelsea.
No, it's like the graph, right? They beat Man City. Now they have to go down. They can't.
So Manchester United won, so now they have to go down too.
No, we beat Sheffield United. We didn't beat the big team.
right.
West Ham is pretty close to the relegation, so they need to pick up points too. But will they get it against Chelsea? I'm not sure. I'm gonna go Chelsea in this too. I don't know what the score will be, but I have Chelsea winning.
Yeah.
Next one.
Inter Milan versus Brescia. I believe Brescia is the team that has what's his name? Mohawk, Italian.
Balotelli.
Balotelli, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely Inter. I
Inter.
think they're in relegation. The other one.
Brescia? Let me check. They are. They're in 19th place.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one.
Yep.
Ooh. Everyone give me one of these real quick. That includes you, Brian. Okay. Man City, Liverpool. Dun 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 dun. Dun, dun. How boring is
They
this?
have already won the league, but I feel like they're still
They're still gonna go.
full power. Yeah.
Klopp versus Pep head to head.
I'm
Dude,
gonna say Liverpool,
Liverpool.
but it's a close one.
Do you think Klopp will just say, "Fuck this, we already won"? Put in their academy players, or he wouldn't do that?
No.
They're not
He
gonna
doesn't
do
have
it
it in
against Pep.
him. He doesn't have it in him. Damn. Man City. I mean, Man City. Wait, do they have a comfortable lead on Leicester or no?
Yeah.
I think they do, right?
I think so.
I mean, they just lost to Chelsea, and I think Man City's gonna bounce back. So, fuck it. I'm throwing it out there. I'm gonna go City.
Dude, same.
Tottenham versus Sheffield. How do you see that one going down?
Say Sheffield.
Sheffield. I say it's a tie.
Tie.
I
I'm
could say
gonna say Tottenham 1-0. Fuck it. I don't know. Real Madrid, Getafe. Title race is heating up.
Real Madrid.
They can't slip up. How many points
Nope.
above Barca are they?
They're 2 points.
2 points? Ooh, yeah. No. I mean, that's not a comfortable lead. They gotta put point. I'm gonna say Real Madrid.
I'm gonna say a draw.
A draw?
No.
Whoa.
No, Getafe's not even that good compared to. Oh, we know Getafe's.
No, Getafe is good
Yeah.
this season.
They're good.
Yeah,
Getafe
Getafe's
is
actually
good.
doing pretty well. Nah, I don't know. Actually, yeah. Nah, I'm gonna say Real Madrid.
Who's gonna score? I just want. Who's gonna score for Real, Brian?
Big Ben.
Benzema.
Benzema.
Big Benz with 2.
Mark my words, it's gonna be what's his name? The young kid from Uruguay.
Oh, Valverde.
Valverde's gonna score a screamer from like almost midfield, off like a rebound. He's gonna shoot top bins. And if that doesn't happen, can you just edit that out? Napoli versus Atalanta. I don't even know why I put this game, but let's just do it. Who do you think's gonna win?
I'm gonna say Atalanta.
Yeah.
Napoli just won the whatever trophy that is that they offer in Italy. Not the title, but the what's that side?
Coppa Italia, I think.
Coppa Italia. That's what it is. Yeah. But Atalanta's still in the Champions League, so that's actually a pretty good game. Now that I think about it, I'm gonna say Atalanta. I don't know why I say that, but I'm just gonna throw it out there.
They have a good attack.
Atletico versus Mallorca.
Oh, Atletico. America's not that good of a team.
Yeah, Atletico.
Atletico. Arsenal versus Wolves. Ooh.
Wolves. Sorry, Adrian.
Either
Wolves.
I'll put it this way: either a Wolves win or a tie. I don't think Arsenal has it in it to win.
Yeah.
Arsenal is so fragile, man. It like pains me.
Yeah,
Man United versus Bournemouth.
Wait, what was it?
Man United
Man
versus
U.
Bournemouth.
You all the way in.
Menu.
Bournemouth is fighting relegation though, so maybe a tie.
No.
Wait, didn't you say Man U is like this, or was that Chelsea?
that was Chelsea.
Bournemouth.
Okay.
Bournemouth's gonna win.
Oh, no, I got a tie.
Man,
Chelsea.
Actually,
Chelsea.
what?
Chelsea.
Chelsea, Watford. Chelsea, I got Chelsea. Okay, and then I put a little asterisk next to this one because this one is actually a final, I believe. I could be wrong. Bayern Munich versus Leverkusen. It's for the I think it's the
Bayern.
The German.
Bayern.
Yeah.
What's it called? It's the Polka. Is that how you say it? Polka.
Yeah, it's like whatever the German Cup.
Yeah, another German cup. Kai
Bayern.
Havertz. Bayern. Yeah, Bayern. Dude, fuck it. Bayern's trying to win this.
I'm pretty sure they went against Leverkusen. Maybe I don't think too long ago. They pretty sure they.
Hear me out. Bayern already won phase 1, which is win the league, right? Phase 2 is to win this cup. Phase 3 is win the Champions League. They're gonna win the treble. Yeah. Bayern is gonna win the treble. Yeah, like
Wednesday.
Probably the same. Wednesday. Comment, like, subscribe, guys.
Man, all right, that's episode 2.